S chassis, S chassis, S chassis. Not an S chassis. The shop is shopping today. The homie Tony, whose BMW that is, was over yesterday to use the lift and drop his transmission because he blew up second gear. That's not what this video is about though. And this is not my S13, this is Gavin's S13. Gavin is currently rummaging through tools. What we are doing today though is trying to do things with this engine. In I believe it was the last video, we fully tore down the S13 KA to literally as bare bones as we can get it. I had mentioned that with the S14 I did a refresh where I replaced every gasket on the engine. I took the head off, I took everything off of the block, like all the accessories and whatnot, but I left the rods and pistons and everything in there. I didn't touch the valves or venture into the head at all. I just did like a refresh. The S13, on the other hand, as you can see, we got everything out of there, rods, pistons, and all, and today we're doing valves. I'm going off of YouTube videos, 15-year-old forums, and the help of some friends. We just made a trip to my favorite store of all time, Harbor Freight, and picked up a large valve spring compressor, which I've been told is how you remove the valves. And if I haven't made it clear by now, this is my first time doing any of this, so I'm probably gonna make mistakes and do things wrong, but that's how you learn. That's how I make myself feel better about it. Quick recap of how we ended up here with my engine in pieces. When I originally compression tested and leak down tested the S13 KA, cylinder 4 had low compression. It had like over 40% leakage on cylinder 4. It was burning a ton of oil. Like when you gave it gas, it would just like blue smoke would billow out the exhaust. Once I pulled the engine, there was oil sitting in the cylinder 2 exhaust port, which I believe is a separate issue. So to my very limited knowledge, there is what I believe to be a ring sealing issue, which is what was causing the poor leak down test and compression numbers. And there's a valve sealing issue, which explains the oil in the cylinder 2 exhaust port. Both of those things are things I've never dealt with before. What I was recommended to do is to just put fluid, whether it's water or fuel or anything, in the valves. Let me just show you. So I was told to put fluid. I guess you can use water, but the thought of using water scares me for some reason. So I'm going to use fuel. But you fill the combustion chamber with fuel and just see if it leaks out, which it shouldn't. If it does leak out, that means that valve is not sealing. Gasoline, cylinder. And apparently we just let the gas sit in there and see if we have leakage. It's been sitting for a minute and we do have fuel seeping through there. Clean it out. It comes flowing on back in. So I believe that's telling me that my exhaust valves aren't sealing properly. Going to the next cylinder here. Oh yeah. Drink up, girl. There you go. This has been soaking for a couple minutes now, and we have nothing coming out of the exhaust port, nothing coming out of the intake port. So all is looking well there. And then I had got all discombobulated about which was the front and back of the engine. But that, I believe, is cylinder 4, which is the one that had poor compression and leak down numbers. 4, leaky exhaust valve, I think. 3, okay so far. Moving on to 2, and this is the one that had oil in this exhaust port, if I remember correctly. So far, cylinder 2 is dry on both sides, but this is the one that had oil there, so I need to figure out why. On to cylinder 1, and now we wait. And cylinder 1 is completely dry on both sides there. So I guess kind of as expected, cylinder 4 is the only one that had a leaking issue, which makes sense because that read poorly on the leak down test and compression test. I've been messaging my very good homie Steven, who is a very, very, very good guy and pretty much has taught me everything that I know about cars. I've been sending him update videos and whatnot, and he said cylinder 4 has a valve seal issue, it seems, and cylinder 2 has a valve stem seal issue. And then that is me saying essentially Okay, what do I do? 48 seconds of what do I do? Again, I'm a noob when it comes to all this. So even though cylinder 2 had oil in the exhaust ports, that sounds like a valve stem seal issue according to Steven, whereas that one's a valve seal issue, which is what we just tested for. Engines, man, this is confusing. I just watched a YouTube video on how to use this thing, and essentially you put this part on this right here. You put that part against the valve on the other side, and when you push down, that compresses the valve spring, and then you can go through and get the little retainer, or what's it called? Keeper? Keeper. The keeper. Then you can grab a little magnet stick and grab that keeper out of there, and then when you decompress it, it should all come out, in theory. And then they just compress, right? Oh, yeah, okay.
There's one.
Oh, we got one. Oh, it's in 2 halves?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And then are those directional or no?
No, they're just spinning there.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
They just have to go a certain.
Like tapered.
Yeah.
And then do I release this?
Yeah, it should. But be careful.
It's gonna be like pressurized now.
Yeah, it's spring loaded.
Like how spring loaded are we talking?
You're fine. Just go.
Oh, okay. Wow. Would you look at that? And then if I pull this out, there should be the. Oh yeah. And then do I just push the valve out?
Yeah.
Okay. A valve. Very cool. Wow, this is crazy. Oh boy, the valves are out, and just when I thought it couldn't get any more overwhelming, now we have that. I cannot believe how many little tiny parts are in an engine, bro. This is crazy. All of our valves are out in order. You can see that I'm starting to pull the valve stem seals. That one I heavily damaged. It was not that bad. I think that one was fine actually. But when I was yanking it out, I accidentally broke the seal on it. The first 2. But I'm replacing all of the valve stem seals. They make a tool for it, but of course, I'm just using needle noses. You go in there and you kind of just wiggle it back and forth until it pops out. It literally feels like I'm doing neurosurgery right now. I don't know if I like this yet. We just kind of grab it, wiggle it, twist it, bop it. Come on. God. And then eventually you get the valve stem seal off, and we're gonna be replacing all of these. This might take me a minute, so I'm just gonna see you guys after I'm done. We found something. Well, we found a problem, but in the best way possible. I've been going through and pulling all of the valve stem seals, and sure enough, we are on cylinder 2, which if you remember, that is the one that we had oil coming out of the exhaust port. And take a look at the seal. See there's part of the seal just hanging out over there to the left. So that is without a doubt 100% what was causing that oil leakage through the exhaust port there. And now, because I've never pulled my valve before. I didn't even know what a valve stem seal was until talking to Steven and watching some YouTube videos. But now that I'm, slowly disassembling everything and seeing how it all works, it's starting to make a lot of sense. I'm learning that the actual valve seal is, I'm gonna take a close, I haven't even inspected these yet, but it's that beveled lip around the valve. The valve seal is that and how it mates to the head there. So there's no actual gasket or anything. That comes down to machining. But the valve stem seal is the one that has a, quote unquote gasket. And now I'm seeing the difference between why cylinder 2, which is the one that had the messed up valve stem seal, why that one was fine when we did the fuel test, because the actual valve seal on the head is fine, but the valve stem seal was clearly compromised. I'm learning a ton. This is all a learning experience for me. My voice cracked. I'm gonna yank the rest of these out. All right, we just got all of the valve stem seals out from everywhere. Pretty sure, to my knowledge at least, that is everything on the head completely stripped down and disassembled, and then everything on the block completely stripped down and disassembled. I was noticing though, so this is cylinder 4, which is the one that had low compression. And look at this. Do you see that sort of I don't know if zebra striping is the right term, but right on that outer wall, you can see there is a bit of, I don't know, wear. You can feel it with your fingernail. That's where the seepage, the leakage was happening. It's cool to be able to no, like see my problem, which was the oil coming out of the cylinder 2 exhaust port and then the low compression on cylinder 4, and being able to like see what was causing that, which was the valve stem seal on cylinder 2, and I'm pretty sure it was that weird wear on the exhaust port on cylinder 4. Realistically, it might not have even been a ring sealing issue. Regardless, I'm still gonna replace the rings. But next step for me is to take the head and the block to the machine shop. I'm gonna get them both hot tanked and cleaned and everything. I'm gonna have them hone the cylinder walls. I'm gonna see what they recommend for, like, I don't know if it's what, valve lapping? Is that what it's called? I'm gonna see what the machine shop recommends for that issue. But I think that's going to be our stopping point for the day. I think I can finally say, because with the S14KA, I like rebuilt it, I refreshed it, you know what I mean? But the head was intact, the block was intact. This is my first time really getting into the engine, and to my knowledge, breaking it down as far as I possibly could. I think it's machine shop time, and there's no way that this is going back together and running, but we'll try. Wish me luck. You may notice that the table is looking a little vacant. Head is gone, cams and cam caps are gone, and valves and valve springs and all that stuff is gone. Okay, well, not gone, they're right there. I got everything loaded up into the truck to take to the machine shop. All of these are just hand tight, so they're in order. I have the valves in their correct corresponding positions, and then I have the valve springs and everything in separate bags for exhaust and intake, which I don't think is necessary. I googled it and I think it's the same spring tension. I just separated them just in case. We got the block. I also have the timing covers. I'm gonna get those hot tanked as well. Really just gonna see, I guess, what they recommend. I've worked with this machine shop before. Oh, you know what? Actually, I was gonna say, I worked with them for the S14KA. They resurfaced my flywheel, they resurfaced my head. I was gonna say, while I'm at it, I might as well just bring my flywheel and get it resurfaced too. I've talked to them about this project and how I want to do as much as I can myself. So they told me that I can hone my cylinder walls myself, and they recommended that I do that if I'm trying to learn. So I think the block is just getting cleaned, like hot tanked. We need this though, because we're gonna resurface this. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna see what they say and kind of just go from there. Goodbye, engine. You're in good hands. Okay, it is the next day now. I dropped everything off at the machine shop. They are hot tanking the timing covers, the upper and lower, the block itself, the head. That's just like a deep clean. They are resurfacing my flywheel. They're decking the head and the block, like resurfacing that so that they're clean mating surfaces. They are not honing the cylinder walls. I'm gonna do that myself. They're leak testing the head, I believe. Sorry, I have puffy eyes. I just woke up. To see what's going on with that valve sealing issue. I dropped it off on a Friday, so I won't hear back. They said they're gonna call me next week to sort of inform me as to what's going on with the test read and all that. So I'll have more information then. But as you can see, we have Tony's BMW up on the lift and Tony under the lift. I think his car was in this video earlier, and I mentioned how he blew up his transmission. Do you want to explain how we found out, Tony?
No comment.
No. We were at a drift event, I guess a couple months ago now, and he blew up second gear, like shifted into second, just boom, and second gear is gone. He went and sourced a new transmission, and we dropped his old transmission, and before we dropped it, we had to drain it, obviously, so I pop off the drain cap, and we go to open it, and nothing comes out. I'm like, hey, Tony, when was the last time you replaced your transmission fluid?
Never.
Yeah. We have an assumption as to why it blew up. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Who knows how long it was running dry. He's got his new transmission ready. He has his oil somewhere. Where'd that go? He's gonna actually fill the transmission this time and make sure it stays filled. He's also doing rear main and output shaft seal and then new clutch as well, but we actually have to pull that off because we didn't do rear main because he got that after the fact. So I'm gonna be helping Tony with that, but while that's going on, I wanna start prepping this engine bay and just cleaning everything essentially. There's just hundreds of thousands of miles of gunk built up pretty much everywhere on this thing. And then same with all this stuff over here. I just want to degrease all of this and just clean everything up. I went through and I made a parts list and ordered what I believe to be everything that I need. We have throttle body gasket, O2 sensor. Oh yeah, I never had an O2 sensor on the S13. That could be causing issues in itself. Timing chain and component kit, so I'm doing a full timing chain job. Exhaust manifold gasket, crankshaft main bearings, connecting rod bearings, valve cover gasket, thermostat, valve stem seals, intake manifold gasket, piston rings, water pump and clutch fan assembly. Because do you remember my clutch fan is like, I don't know if it's like a bearing or what, but it's all loose and that needs to be replaced. And then front and rear main seal, and then head gasket, head studs. And I'm sure once everything gets here, I'll realize the other 10 things that I forgot to order, because that's always how it goes. To my knowledge, roughly, everything has been ordered. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the machine shop and waiting for those parts to arrive. And I want to get started on cleaning this, and I'm also going to be helping Tony with that. I was not even realizing, like I realized this a while back, but I'm pretty well versed with like KAs and S13s, that's S chassis. I feel like I'm beginning to know my way around, obviously my car that I've had for years now, this car, they're both very similar, but I've never worn, like dude, the S14 was my first for everything, and the S13 has been my second. I realized that like I don't know anything about any other cars whatsoever. So everything on Tony's car has been a first for me, first time working on a BMW. Speaking of BMWs, we're doing the rear main on this thing right now. It's Tony's first time doing a lot of this stuff on his car, so I'm walking him through to the best of my ability. The trick that I've always used for seals like this is you self-tap into it and then pry it out. There it goes. Here's the new seal. I'm not familiar with this little plastic thing, but it seems like it's almost a guide that you pull out once it slips on. So I'm thinking. And then we use the old seal to help hammer that into place. Look at that, that's actually pretty cool. New rear main is locked and loaded. Now, flywheel and clutch and clutch. Oh, I'm holding this with one hand because I'm so strong. Oh my god. Tony's getting everything ready to bolt the clutch up, and while he does that, I think I'm gonna get started on spraying all this down. Going through and covering or masking anything, just all the harness. I'm gonna go through with tape and just like plug any of these holes, and then spray her down. Removes blood stains. Love that. Yes, this had a hole in it. Yes, I patched it with painter's tape. And no, it's not holding. This is just for like all the miscellaneous accessory. Motor mounts are done. I just want the brackets and anything to, you know, lightly degrease. Beautiful. Gonna let these soak for a bit, and then I have a spray-on version that you're not supposed to dilute. I'm just gonna spray that everywhere in the engine bay and let that sit for a sec. Alright, I think that sits for a little bit. While all of this is marinating, Tony is ready to get his transmission back in the car. After some wrestling, we got it in. Got it all mated up perfectly, and now Tony's going through and putting all the bell housing bolts in, and the top ones really suck to get in, which is why I am leaving Tony to do that. And I am gonna start washing it. Damn, look at that, just from soaking, it's already so much cleaner. Look at that. Already so much nicer. And then, depending on how much I really cared, I would go through with a brush and scrub all these. But I think I'm just gonna pull them out and hit them with the pressure washer. I think I got some on my face. Whoops. I just blew these all down with air, and now I'm letting them dry in the sun. These are looking these were like literally like an 1/8 inch of dirt and debris and grease. So all of these are looking great. Now would be a great time to powder coat my valve cover, but I'm impatient, so I'm not going to. And look how much better the engine bay is looking, dude. It's actually white. Like 90% of this was just grease covered. Let's go check on Tony. How's it going in here, buddy?
Not good.
What are we working on?
I'm trying to get this top all over here. I got it on, but I think it's
Like cross-threaded? Yeah, this one's fun because you have to add a whole bunch of extensions to reach all the way up there. Tony did it! All the bell housing bolts are in and tight and secure. New transmission in, old transmission out. Don't forget to fill it.
I didn't get a shifter.
What do you mean?
Ha ha.
You're not funny. I didn't like that. I didn't like that joke. I don't like that joke one bit. By the way, I forgot to mention that Tony works at 2 p.m. So we're trying to get this wrapped up by then. He works down the street, which is convenient. Are you? We're nearing the home stretch though. So, how's it going?
It's going.
In addition to the new transmission, he also got new clutch, I think we mentioned, and then a short shifter. And we just got that all bolted up. That's a tall boy. Can I shift it really quick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're good. Can't be a shifter without a shift knob. Look at that. You're good to go. He is working 8 minutes, so he has to head out. I think he's gonna put the trans support on and then leave this stuff. He gets off at 7, so I think he's gonna pull up after work. We're hoping to get it done, but we still got a little bit. I think I'm content with the S13 engine bay cleaning for now. I think while Tony's at work, I'm gonna clean up the shop a bit. I think probably just see you guys this evening. Tony's back! Hooray! Straight off of work, back to work. Sun is just about set. I did a whole bunch of shop cleaning, as you can see. I opened up the mini ramp to film a video on the main channel. So this is the first time that the mini ramp has seen the light of day in quite some time. And now it's the poor rail that has been skate stopped. I have a lift going in right here, and the mini ramp's going outside. I made that announcement on the main channel. I'm not sure the order in which these videos are going up, though. This is going to be an all new space, but more on that later. Tony just has to get his drive shaft bolted up, and then the skid plate over there, and just miscellaneous stuff. I am showered, I am clean, and the last thing I want to do is get dirty again, so I'm gonna film Tony finish it himself. Wow, filming someone else work on cars is so much more fun than working on cars. Maybe not more fun, but I'm so clean. Oh no, I'm still dirty. How'd that happen? And sure enough, here I am again. Okay. Anyway, okay, then hold on. Let me get these bolts in first. Take your time over there.
Sorry.
Something I'm learning that I really don't like about Tony's car is that they use these. It's like these star bits for everything. It's these star bits and Allen keys, like hex keys. Nothing is using the things that I'm used to. And like these can strip so easily, Allens can strip so easily. All right, these should all be ready to be cranked down. Heat shield. Just like that. Tight? Oh no! Did it just snap off? Yeah. Never underestimate the power of the impact.
The rust, man.
All that's left is the skid plate, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do not, you've lost privileges when it comes to oil. You need to make sure that thing's full. This is video proof that you have transmission fluid.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that you didn't fill your transmission this time. The final bolt. There it is, skid plate is on, and now we hope that you have a working transmission, because if you don't, I'm not doing that again. We have touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. I forget if I ever showed you guys this, but I started doing these GGFB tabs for all of the bash bars and stuff that I make. And Tony actually got the first one with the tabs on the S14 that you can't see because it's dark. I made the bash bar, but I didn't think to do the tabs yet. So Tony has a one of two, actually. I made a bash bar for my homie's 1J S13, but we got the front and we got the rear. All right, let's see if this thing starts. Replace the transmission and the car doesn't start. Imagine. Hey, it starts. Let's see if you have gears. Try first gear. Turn your handbrake off. There you go. Okay, try second. Okay, let's see if you have reverse. Look at that! You have a working transmission! Look, reverse lights work and everything. Look at you, you're moving! What?
I said it like engages this.
Oh yeah, because new clutch, huh? We gotta do a bit of car juggling here. So he's gonna try to go around the S13 and then pull here, and then S13, S14 in. He comes out and in, and then Corvette goes there. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh, too many cars. Tony! Tony bent my rail! How dare you!
Can't see.
Tony! Oh! You ripped it out of the ground!
No. There, it's good. It's good.
Get this car out of my yard! I don't never want to see this thing ever again!
Try not to hit the meter, bro.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather you hit the rail than the S13. Honestly, I don't know. The rail probably costs more. You're good now. And now turn your wheel? Yeah, now you're good. There you go. And then start going the other way? Yeah, you're good. Now you can pull in here. God damn it, Tony. Oh, he pulled all of them out. Look at that, he ruined the whole rail. Tony! God, he really yanked all of them out, the whole thing.
Just ban me from this film.
Can't wait till this car drives again. Tony's car officially works and it is out of the shop, meaning your warranty has expired. Anything that happens from here on out is your own problem. No, thank you for letting me work on that. Need some experience on something other than these. That being said,
Yeah.
you broke my rail. No, it's fine. Okay, that was a long day, or multiple days, or how long it's been. I need a shower. Again, it's my third shower today. Thank you guys for watching. Look at the S13 engine bay in the light. Clean as a dirty baby's bottom. I think we're just gonna be buttoning this thing up until the machine work is done on the block and head. I gotta fix that rail. I'll probably do that on this channel. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. See you guys next video. Peace out.